a keyword in the city that I'm trying to target. So if I was trying to rank a fencing company in Pensacola, what I would do is search the keyword that I'm trying to rank for, right? Then I'm going to go look at the current Google business profiles. Some things I'm looking at are going to be the names of these Google business profiles. As we can see here, this profile has two keywords in it. We've got fencing, then we also have Pensacola. I'm looking at their top categories. I'm also going to look at their services, and so we can see what they are currently targeting, right? This is just going to give us a better idea. It's going to give us more service ideas. It's going to give us a better overall picture of what we need to be doing on our website. Then I'm going to go and look at their reviews. What I'm doing is Google is going to create these little bubbles right here. And what it's doing is it's going through all the review content and it's finding phrases or services that are occurring frequently, and it's going to tell us right here. So as we can see, we've got fencing company, we've got competitive pricing, quality of materials, efficient crew, quality fence. So Google specifically found fencing company from all this review content. So that's going to give me more confidence. That is the keyword I want to be targeting. And also, this is going to give me some more ideas of the copy or the text I want to place on my website for my ideal customers on how I want to convert them, right? So by looking at the review data, I can get a better understanding of what people are looking for. When someone goes to leave a review, they're leaving their perspective of the interaction and of the service. I can take from that review content and get a better understanding of how they would search for the service because they're going to use the same wording and the same phrasing of how they think. But not only that, I can take the negative reviews and I can figure out, okay, what is really important for this service. Then I can target those specific pain points in the copy on my pages so I can convert better. So this is another profile we're going to look at. And what we're looking at is just seeing all of the different keywords, the different keyword variations, the different services that they're listing on the profile. And so after that, next we're going to look over the reviews again. So new gates, that's a new keyword. We got fence building, fence appearance, fence removal. We got privacy fence replacement. So we're already starting to pick up more services and more keywords of some things we need to consider targeting. So then we go down here, more Google reviews. So we got fence removal, okay. Gate replacement, okay. And we're still just in the gathering information phase. We're just still trying to get an understanding of what is currently ranking, what is Google kind of putting together about this specific topic, what are people currently ranking doing, right? Like what are they doing on their business profiles? Okay, they have got gutter installation, which is interesting. We're going to look over their services. Notice how they don't have as many services, but the other Google business profiles have more services and they're ranking a little bit higher. Not saying that's a causal, but it's just something to be aware of. Also, this Google business profile has a link to their Facebook page instead of their website, so that's something we can easily beat them on. Okay, so then we're going to look at one of the websites. We're just going to get an understanding of how are they currently setting up their sites, what are they currently targeting as their keywords, what are their current services. So we got fence installation, new construction, we've got wood, chain, vinyl, and aluminum. When I was looking over this site, what I really like about this is that this is another instance in which what we can do to facilitate getting good interlinking, getting keywords on the page, is what I like to do is I don't want to remove the experience of the customer's journey or the customer's experience on my website. And so what I'll do is I will have these little or sections, rather like templates or cards on my site that will hide as a strategy. We will place the content that we need to get on page in ways that won't remove the user's experience. So as an example here, this site does something very great, very good. They have a whole bunch of service areas and locations. Now, if they weren't to have it in this accordion, this would just be a wall of spam to their customers' experience. But because they placed it in this accordion so that they can get all the links on page, so they've got proper interlinking structure. Now, if they wanted to get more words on page, they could also place in this little accordion common conversations had with our customers. And then they could address specific pain points, specific questions on page, but not have it be like a skyscraper article that takes away from the customer's experience or journey. So not only can we get that information for Google to see on page, we can get all of that information that will help us rank because we got a whole bunch of more word count, more keywords, more text. We can start bolding some specific words in there. And we can also do like what they're doing is get all of these links on page so that we have proper interlinking structure. And then this is another profile we're going to look at, and we can see that Google is putting a specific emphasis on these words or these keywords, what I would consider. And again, we got fencing company, fence gate replacement, we got quality fence, backyard fence, metal gate frames. We're going to look at another profile, privacy fence replacement, solid fence building, timely completion, fence removal. We got all of these different things that Google thinks is relevant. And so we need to be considering this for how when we go to target a specific keyword or structure our pages or the services that we need to be targeting. So we also have another example here of fence removal, chain link fence, gate replacement. And then, so when I'm going to go build a website to rank as a fencing company, what I first will think about is how do I want the